Hello, welcome to yet another workout with Angie, your kettlebell kickboxing instructor. And we're outside today and we're gonna get going, so I hope you have an appropriate weight kettlebell. And we're gonna start with getting warmed up. And we're gonna start by tapping the kettlebell. Kettlebell's right here. Just tap it with your toes. And don't flip it over. If you're trying to give even more control to your body, you tap the handle, okay? Or just step it out, that's fine. You can move around your bell and pick up the pace. If you do happen to knock it over, a little bit too much force, I want you to come down enough in a nice burpee, okay, before you start again. That's your penalty for kicking it over. Okay, so just toe tap, tap the handle all around, and breathe through your nose this entire time as we're working out together. Yeah, having some fun. We're gonna swing this guy. I better watch out and control. Toe tapping. Feel it coming from the core here. And shoulders back. Not too tight. Just getting warmed up really nice. Heart rate, breathing, cardiorespiratory. It's all working together. Muscular systems. And ooh, I just kicked it over. So one last burpee. Good. And after that, we want to, you can either get into this two ways. You can step it back and have your hands by your foot in the world's greatest stretch, like so. Or on the other side, or you can go into high plank, step it out, and then bring your foot up. Or if it doesn't go that far, you bring it up like this, as far as it can go. But as I say, it is somewhat easier to get into it by stepping backward, putting the hands on the ground like this. Feel the stretch right here. You're under your hamstrings. Then take your inside hand and reach up to the sky. Very nice, opening up your arms, your chest, and of course your spine. Don't forget that. Then step up through your heel, and on the other side, we're going to step back and take your inside hand again and rotate up. I can feel it really nice in the back, opening up, as well as the glutes and the hamstring. Yes, we're gonna have fun today. I'll give you all the modifications and the options for our work together. Now I just want to snap kick it out. So bring your hands up and just snap kick. So bending at the knee, just make it nice and snappy. And you can smile as you're switching legs, switch sides. So one leg forward, one leg back. Bring this back leg up and then bend at the knee. Nice pointed toe. So again, it looks like this, fight stance, ready stance, whatever you want to call it. Stepping up, kicking out, stepping up, kicking out. Step and switch. Now do double up on this side. 1, 2, then step switch. 1, 2, bring it up to real time. But as always, you choose your pace. You know what your body can do and what level you're at, where you're headed with these movements we're putting together today. So it's not a race against me, it's just putting it in. Consistency over time, enjoying it, and then you'll see it. You'll see the results, you'll feel better. You'll look really good because you'll be confident. Okay, a few more snap kicks. step and switch, snap kick it out, snap kick, and I'm really bringing it up through my core. I'm not like this when I snap kick, okay? Because I want to make sure that the core is engaged as I'm snap kicking, like all those martial artists over the years before me, right? Okay, so let's move right along. We're going to just start with some kettlebell switches. So I'm not teaching the swing here. For that, you'll have to go to one of my classes or have a private session. But I am going to hinge over, feet shoulder width apart. A few reminders, shoulders strong and straight. Take it up, pull it back, and squeeze in the glutes. Swing and switch, hand it over, hand to hand. As you may know, there are two different ways to hand it over, underhand or overhand. You just probably gravitated to one naturally, didn't even realize which one you were doing. But maybe you can give the other one a try. Hand over hand, where the palms are down, the knuckles are both facing up on both hands, or when you're rotating, and as the bell goes back, I want the thumb to go back. That's just safer biomechanically for your wrists, your whole arm, because of course what happens with the wrist will affect your elbow over time. So that's why, one reason why I want to have perfect form. And you can set that bell down. Notice I released it after it came back behind the knees, and then I let it go right where I picked it up. So what's next? Back down, same position almost, but this time I'm gonna pull this guy. I'm gonna toss it, row, toss, row, toss about 10 times on each side. Really feel this in my core and really keeping the shoulders strong and straight here. Okay, if you're doing it properly, you can definitely feel it. I love this. Definitely getting the core engaged, and the butt is probably feeling it too. Okay, pull it up, tossing it. Again, bell handling as you're handing it over, hand to hand, and good. That was good. Make sure you keep hydrating this whole time. Need a little sip of water here, a little sip of water there. And you take the rest that you need too. And now we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down to the ground. You can get to the ground however you choose. Try not to use your hand if you can, just as a little test. I'm gonna crunch up, then I'm gonna swipe with the elbow. That's what we're doing here. I'm gonna swipe across with the elbow and really get this side, these obliques, okay? But if you wanna help yourself up or down, then you can just go to the elbow and then push up, switch across. You can go to the other elbow, and then a ladybug's crawling on me. So I'm gonna say goodbye to that little creature and keep on going here. Watching the clock, about 20 more seconds, swiping, and I'm keeping the legs bent and the feet are on the ground here. But always making sure the lower back is in good shape. Okay, swiping across with the elbow. Just like those Muay Thai artists. Muay Thai. And nice, time. Good for that one. Now we're going to go across, body weight again. Leaping across, speed skater, known in sports science, across. And then I'm taking this arm up and the same leg out, but you can just have it back behind for balance, stability. It can be like this. I like to lift up the leg. Single leg balance is so important, okay? You gotta catch yourself, control your body weight, and you're stopping here, right? First you're moving, then you're stopping, moving and stopping. Across this lateral movement, so essential, and almost done. Just about 5 more seconds. breathing through the nose, side to side. First set is completed right about now with a smile on our face and always hydrating, of course. You can just keep lightly moving during a short period of rest, but if you ever feel like you need to take more rest, then you do that, because you're listening to your body and what it needs at this moment, and you are figuring out the intensity level, okay? Am I at 50% today? Intensity level? 75? Or maybe you're really going for gusto. If you know when to push, you can push, okay? But we always make sure we're doing it safely. And now we're going to swing switch and high pull. So that means I'm gonna take it back, just get a few switches in, okay? Still squeezing the butt cheeks, okay? When you're ready, then you're gonna bring this elbow back and punch it forward again. Bring it back, punch it forward. It's not flopping on my wrist, and the angles might be different for you, but I do try to get the elbow up. Still squeezing the glutes right there as the bell comes up. Okay, have some fun with this. This is good stuff. And up and out. We're almost halfway done this. Passing it over hand to hand. If you're thinking, you know what, my shoulder's a bit iffy today, you can stick with this swing switching. As for me, I'm gonna pull it back. Shoulders are strong and straight. We never wanna be like, when we're doing the single swing, we never wanna be like, oh, the bell is leading me. No, no, no. You are in control of the bell, and you are telling it, you're coming back with me. You're coming up. I'm doing this. Punching forward, and it's coming from the core and the glutes. The power is right there. And we're finished. So better set that bell down for now. And we're going to not pick it up yet, because it's time for monkeying around. So we're gonna crouch down in this deep squat, hands in front, in between the knees if you can, and we're gonna monkey across your space. You can turn around, and this is a nice deep squat, right? You can be on your fists if you prefer, gives you a different angle, or you can go on your fingertips or flat on the ground on your palms. But keep hopping, keep monkeying. Great for strengthening your ankles and your toes and waking up your calves. Of course, you want to add a hop. You've done this workout more than once. You want some variation? Okay, you hop it out before you turn around and come right back down. Good. Very nice. Okay. So after that, we're gonna be down on the floor, on the ground here, and out, tuck it in, explode out, bring it all in. Abs, core, show me what you have here. Bring it out and into center, out and to center. I'm watching the clock. We're gonna do it together. If you want a little extra, then you hold it here in this hollow hold. Yeah, my abs are coming up here because we're exerting, pulling it in and out, in and out, breathing. Try to relax your neck, as difficult as it sounds, to relax your neck. Pulling it in, almost done. 5, 4, 3, almost done, all the way down to 2, 1, 0. Good. Now for the last one in this one. Remember that that skater we did? Looks like the sun has shifted, so I'm gonna shift too. We're gonna go down in this world's greatest stretch, then we're gonna pop up, explode to the side, and back down. Capoeira skater, just like those amazing Brazilian martial artists, cross with a dance. That is beautiful stuff. We're gonna utilize some of their movements in this body weight, exploding across and back down, but you can always step it out. Step, wide step, across, back, and up. That works really well too. And everybody's fitness journey is different. It's unique. Nobody's is the same. So we're just gonna do the best we can do. And sometimes we're not even doing the best we can do. We're showing up, and that is awesome too, okay? You definitely have my admiration for sticking with it, turning this on in the first place. Time. And moving your body, doing wonders for your own mental health, and hopefully having fun at the same time. So don't forget to have a drink and have just a little sip. You don't need to gulp, we don't need to collapse. But congratulations, you're half finished. Don't run away. Hopefully you don't need to pause it, but if you need to take a little bit longer break, then I understand. We're building our endurance, and we'll be good to go right now. Now, I want you to stick with either the swing switch or the high pull. Okay, swing switch, or pulling it back in the high pull. But for those of you that know the snatch, we're gonna do the snatch right here on one side. So pulling it up, and the hand goes through and down, okay? Not letting it get away from us, but it's cleaning. Only if you know this, then you can do it. Okay, it's not really a swing, but it's a snatch, a kettlebell foundational movement. And we're just sticking on one side. Keep it moving and keep your practice up. Not using too heavy of a bell, but working on the left side, right side balance, and keep it going. It's somewhat of a cross between the clean, the press, with a little bit of the hinging, definitely hinging and using the hips, okay, using the power of the hips. But we're done that now, okay? If you want a tutorial on the snatch, we can definitely go through that again. But right now, it's time to do this curtsy lunge. So you can take it back and then in, switch sides, back, curtsy lunge, also sometimes known as a crescent lunge. So back, short lunge or long lunge, doesn't matter. You can see I'm using my bare feet because I like to grip the earth, spread out the toes, and if you want a little extra something, then you grab that bell by the horns. Grab it by the horns, hold it mid-racked here. Shoulders strong, take it back, and there. Alternate sides, and smile, because you are working and strengthening for sure. And whatever your goals are, showing up is definitely, you're definitely on the path to getting there. Even if, it's maintenance, I just want to be active every day, or, more intensity on a couple days a week, 3 times a week. That's great. And thank you for allowing me to be part of it, okay? So now, down on the floor, and we're getting there. We're gonna hold our legs there. We're gonna flutter kick, just like they told you in swim class, swimming lessons. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Hollow hold. Really coming here from the core. I'm watching the clock. Not gonna hold it too long. If you get tired, rest your feet for a few seconds. Rest on the ground. Come right back up. Punching your hands forward. You can even have them up like this, but we always be careful of the lower back and try to keep it flat on the ground, okay? And that's how we keep the lower back safe. Now, remember those snap kicks we started off with? Well, we're going back to snap kick, step switch, snap kick. This time, it's your option to hold this bell. And there's another ladybug. You can stay there, I guess. On the bell. Got grass down my back. We're real natural here. And holding the bell. Step and switch. Power is coming from the hips, from the core. And I mean it, because we don't want to tighten up these guys. No way. The inner thigh. We want to really have our core trained, and we want to use these motions to stabilize the spine and everything in the middle, everything in the center portion of the body. So kicking high, you go at your pace, and if you can match me, great, that's awesome. If you go faster than me, wow, good for you. I love it. Okay, so that's it for that one. That was set 3. Just want you to breathe. Now you can always take your bell as we're having this little rest time. You can always take your bell right there. And I like to tip the chin up, counteract all those too many hours of looking at the phone probably. But I'm working on that too. And adjust the pelvis, tilt, have the hands behind the back, and allow your shoulders to come back too for a little posture reset. We got one more set, and then we're gonna stretch you out. That felt good. That was a nice little break. But before we got a snatch on the left side. And you know what? This is my non-dominant side. So this will be fun, but I'm still gonna make sure I have good form, okay? If you ever feel like your form is, you're too tired, or your form is suffering, then you go down in weight. You can even lose the weight altogether. Never want to compromise on the form, especially for a technical move like this, snatch, okay? But I want to make sure I'm performing it as best as possible, maybe even with a little pump in the knees to get that bell up here, and pulling it up, flipping it over, not totally flipping it over on the wrist, I shouldn't say that. It flips, but it doesn't flop. It doesn't smash or crash on the wrist, ever. I have no bruises, never have had bruises on the wrist, but I can feel the bell in my grip, and I'm still controlling it, and I know how to use it so that I'm not damaging the body or breaking it down, right? That is the opposite of our point. And we're gonna have another round of those curtsy lunges now. So take it back and in between, on the inside, back, and inside here. You can stay with your body weight at your own pace. Sometimes, as I've said before, sometimes you can get slower is actually upping the challenge a bit because you're controlled and you're not using momentum. Stepping through the heel here. I'm gonna add this weight because I like it. Never let the bell get too far away, but going back and across, back and across. And you might feel this in your gluteus medius tomorrow. That's this area. That's not a bad thing. And just because you're not sore, if you're not sore, it can mean maybe you could go a little more intense next time. Can mean you can go a little heavier weight next time. Increase the intensity, increase the weight, because progressive overload, we want to progress so that the body adapts, right? Because otherwise you'll make it to a certain level and then you can maintain that, but your body won't necessarily, your muscles won't be necessarily getting stronger. But if you want to maintain, hey, that's awesome. That's good too. Right here I'm doing a Russian twist, but not sitting on my bottom. I'm taking it to the side. Why? Because I like the toes having this little extra, and this gives me a little extra leverage with the arms here. You can flip it down, handle down like this, kind of like a gorilla curl with the obliques, or you can dip it to the side, actually touch the ground with the bottom of the bell. It's up to you. And you can try it both ways, really. If you don't like that on your toes are saying no way, then you come here, traditional. So many options. Choose your own adventure. You can have your feet above, just don't cross them. Please don't cross them. Just have them to the side and enjoy. And try not to twist too much, but again, you can lose the bell. That's another option. And dip, touch each time. Touching, touching. Yes. Good, we're almost done. This is the last one. Can you believe it? We made it to the last minute, and then we'll definitely have time to stretch it out. Snap kick, then I'm going to hop it out using this glute jump, okay? So we're gonna glute jump and kick. Now hopping 180 degrees, hopping and kicking high, maintaining the balance, single leg, and light on the feet too. Don't forget that one. Light on the feet. Better kick first and then hop, kick, or alternative, kick and then step around. And don't forget to also try hopping the other direction to keep your brain engaged. Okay, it does make a difference which side you rotate to. Light on the feet. I have to remind myself to, like a ninja, except that we're finito, finished, completed. Don't forget to have some water, enough water. I like lemon water, just water with a tiny bit of lemon slice in it. First thing in the morning, whatever time of day you're doing it. It's actually mid-afternoon and it's beautiful. Hope you guys have a beautiful day, but we're not quite done yet, so stick around for the stretching. And we're just doing these teamster arms, so back and forth around the body, just so that our breathing will stabilize, heart rate will come down, and when you're ready, you can grab your bell one last time. Work is over, I promise, but I do want you to stretch, so you can bring the knees together and sit back, again curling the toes and having the hands up there. Feel this in your back and relax and enjoy the fact that you did it. Just a few more moments to relish the completion of your work. That feels good. And when you're ready, you can take your knees out a little more and stretch those hip flexors, the inner thighs, the adductors. It's just fancy terminology. Trainers, terminology, basically your inner leg, inside of your thigh, the upper part. And just to get that range of motion, we want that hip health, strong hips, mobile hips, such an important joint in the body. We don't take it for granted, and we're thankful for what our body can do. Now, if you want to just take your arms like this, you can sit like this and feel a nice inner stretch right there. We haven't done hands for a while, so you can also extend the fingers and wrists, because we did those high pulls and those snatches, so we're showing some love to the wrists and the hands here. But of course, we need to take it back and stretch our thighs like this, or if your knees are worthy of more consideration, like then of course you can flip it over and go like this, okay, and then clench your butt to feel the stretch like that. I still like to do the hurdler or this Z stretch. It's almost the same. But evening out the hips, enjoying, basking in the glow of work completed and job well done. Congratulations. Now, take it to the other side. And it's important to remember we gotta fuel our body with probably more protein than you think. But protein, the good fats, the carbohydrates from the vegetables and the fruit. And yeah, I hope you're feeling really good right now. I'm gonna take it up, sit up, and it's always a nice idea to put the bell by the foot, so then you can stretch toward the foot. You can align your torso and reach down and feel it in your back and really get your hamstring. Another ladybug. This place is covered with them. This must be a very healthy lawn. Anyway, health and wellness, longevity, quality of movement, quality of life. That's what we want. So I'm glad you could join me for this time together. And you can hold it there for as long as you feel you need to. Just aligning it. Better move the bell over to this side and leaning over. Good job, you guys. We'll see you next time, okay?